Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel that tells it like it is. No holds barred, no establishment spin. If you're sick of the mainstream media covering up for the elites, you're in the right place. Today, we've got an absolute bombshell from the heart of Westminster. Picture this, Rachel Reeves, Labour's so-called Chancellor, getting absolutely demolished in Parliament. Her credibility in tatters. Mel Stride, the Shadow Chancellor, just unleashed a savage takedown on her absent conduct over the budget disaster. And folks, she's nowhere to be seen, hiding from the heat while the truth explodes. This could be the beginning of the end for Starr's sham government. Labour promised change, but all we've got is chaos, lies, and a black hole of betrayal. Stick around because we're diving deep into how this exposes the rotten core of the Labour elite. If you're a patriot who wants Britain back, smash that like button right now and subscribe for more unfiltered truth. Let's get into it. The setup, how Reeves' budget lies came crashing down. Folks, buckle up because this is the explosive core of Labour's epic budget betrayal straight from the fiery depths of Westminster. We're talking about Rachel Reeves Starmer's hand-picked Chancellor getting her web of deceit absolutely shredded by Mel Stride in Parliament. This isn't just a minor slip-up, it's a full-blown scandal that exposes the rotten elite at the heart of this sham government. And where's Reeves? Absent, hiding like a coward while the truth bombs drop. Let's rewind to the OBR leak report. That's the Office for Budget Responsibility, the so-called independent guardian of our finances, now twisted into Labour's political puppet. Stride kicks off with a bang. We will, of course, study that report in detail, he says, but then he unleashes hell on the government for trying to scapegoat the OBR. Why? To distract from their own catastrophic handling of the budget. Reeves, ministers, the Treasury, even Number 10, all accused of ditching transparency, openness and integrity. And get this, a cabinet insider spills to the press that the whole budget process was a disaster from start to finish. From their own mouths, the elites are cracking, admitting their incompetence while plotting to paint a fake picture of doom in the public finances. Remember November 4th, Reeves swaggers into Downing Street for her pre-budget spin session, moaning about the OBR downgrading productivity forecasts, leading to lower tax receipts. She frames it as the grim context forcing difficult decisions on tax, like she's some noble warrior, but Stride drops the hammer. She conveniently admitted that the OBR's full review actually boosted tax revenues overall. No massive black hole of folks, just a fabricated crisis to justify hammering hard-working Brits with tax hikes and pouring billions into welfare handouts that reward dependency overdrive. The OBR report spells it out, a potential 16 billion hit from productivity dips, but higher inflation and GDP shifts more than covered it. Reeves' excuse building headroom rubbish, that wasn't the pre-budget line, it was all about covering reckless spending. Stride nails it. Leaving tiny headroom in past fiscal events was irresponsible. And now Labour's using your taxes not for stability, but to fund their socialist splurges. This is populist fury fuel. The people versus the Westminster bubble. Fast forward to November 14th. Media leaks claim no income tax rises thanks to rosy OBR forecasts. Total lie. The final pre-measures forecast landed on October 31st, showing a surplus, not a deficit yet. Reeves blabs to The Guardian that tax hikes lingered into November due to the downgrade in productivity exposed. Then the OBR's unprecedented Friday dump of headroom estimates proves no mega deficit ever existed. Stride demands answers. Why the false claims? When did the cabinet learn of the surplus? Why spin the OBR review as economic Armageddon? These briefings leaked from government insiders. Inaccurate, manipulative, and downright dirty. Stride calls for yes or no clarity. Was Reeves in on it? Did she greenlight them? And why repeatedly blame the OBR's confidential forecasts? This is betrayal on steroids, folks. Labour's elite are gaslighting the nation to cling to power, but Stride's takedown is the spark igniting public rage. Reform UK watchers, take note. This is why Farage's anti-establishment army is surging. The two-party con is over. The people's voice is roaring back. The savage slam. Stride tears into Reeves's absence and credibility. Oh, patriots, this is where the fireworks truly ignite. Mel Stride doesn't just poke at the wounds, he rips them wide open, exposing Rachel Reeves as the dodging, deceitful elite she truly is. In the hallowed halls of Parliament, Stride unleashes a torrent of truth that leaves Labour's facade in ruins. We're talking about a Chancellor whose credibility is not just damaged, it's obliterated, shattered into a million pieces under the weight of her own lies and cowardice. Stride zeroes in on the OBR's bombshell Friday release. Those headroom estimates that prove there was never the apocalyptic deficit. Labour hype to the heavens. Unprecedented. Absolutely. It screams that the watchdog itself is fed up with the spin. Stride hammers the Chief Secretary. Why did Reeves brazenly claim ignorance of the headroom size deep into November when the final OBR forecast slammed onto her desk on October 31st? A surplus, not a black hole. When was the Cabinet clued in, and why peddle the fairy tale that the OBR's economic review spelled doom for public finances? This wasn't oversight, it was orchestrated deception to fleece the British taxpayer. Those press briefings, poisonous leaks straight from the government's viper nest, inaccurate drill designed to manipulate the masses. Stride demands accountability. Was Reeves aware? Did she authorise this treachery? Yes or no? No. Weasel words. He calls for a scorched earth investigation by the Permanent Secretary and the Financial Conduct Authority. Heads must roll for this betrayal. And why did Reeves repeatedly scapegoat the OBR's confidential forecasts pre-budget? It's a slap to integrity, a middle finger to the people who elected these clowns. But the ultimate gut punch, Reeves's no-show in the Commons. While Stride's firing salvos, she's swanning off to the Wales Investment Summit, bragging about 1.4 billion in deals like that. Some golden alibi Stride thunders. It is a matter of profound regret that while the Chancellor chose to appear before the media yesterday, she did not see fit to appear here today. Disrespecting the House added to her rap sheet of failures. Her credibility in utter tatters, folks, a laughingstock among the elites she serves. Now zoom out. This arrogance ties straight into Labour's broader betrayals. Starmer's crew vowed no hits on working folks. Yet employers' national insurance skyrockets, crippling jobs and wages. Welfare balloons while borders bleed open, inviting chaos. Productivity woes. Blame the Tory ghosts. Sure, but Labour's amplifying the mess with their socialist experiments. Brexit bungled by both sides. Net zero lunacy hiking bills. It's the establishment's death grip on Britain. Enter Reform UK. The populist powerhouse rising from the ashes. Nigel Farage would eviscerate this nonsense in seconds. Reeves, your game's up. The people won't stand for your elite scams. Polls surge for reform because they champion real control. Slashing migration, ditching green tyranny for affordable energy, restoring British pride. This slam, it's rocket fuel for Farage's revolution, proving the two-party cartel is crumbling. The voice of the forgotten is thundering. Labour's elite tremble, public fury erupts. The people's voice against Labour's elite. Folks, the backlash is volcanic. Since Mel Stride's savage takedown of Rachel Reeves, the British public has unleashed holy hell on the elites. Social media, absolute inferno. X is ablaze with fury over Labour's budget betrayal. Hashtags like number Reeves resign, number budget betrayal and number labellised trending harder than ever. Ordinary patriots are spitting fire. One user blasts Reeves hiding while Stride exposes her lies. Typical Labour all talk, no spine, another roars. £16 productivity hit from past governments, but Labour's using it to tax us more. Elite scam. And check this from Piers Morgan. I predicted Rachel Reeves would be gone by Christmas. Following her disastrous budget, which is a betrayal of everything she promised not to do, I expect she will be gone much sooner. Boom! Even insiders are turning. A Taxpayers Alliance post slams her potential income tax hike as nothing more than a complete betrayal. The streets are echoing this rage. From Hartley to Hull, people are done with unchecked immigration, flooding our borders, grooming gangs swept under the rug, and Labour's soft on crime stance while hammering taxpayers. Net zero madness, crippling energy bills for a green fantasy that lines elite pockets, British identity. Eroded by woke nonsense and open door policies, this scandal ignites it all. Stride slam resonates because it's the voice of the forgotten. The hard-working Brits betrayed by Star's crew. Polls, they're shifting like tectonic plates. Latest focal data survey has Reform UK surging to 29%. Labour crumbling to wait for it, trailing behind in a multi-party mess. YouGov's November 2025 tracker shows Keir Starmer and Reeves' favourability in the gutter, their lowest ever, ahead of the budget flop in key seats like Clacton Farage's turf reforms polling at monster levels. The people are awakening. Over a year post-2004 election, Labour trails reform in opinion polls, with projections giving Farage's army 293 seats in a hypothetical vote. This isn't a blip, it's a populist earthquake globally. Trump's triumphant return to the White House, JD Vance railing against elites. Farage has